Are you guys ready to get lost with us? Storm here.
I'm already lost, and I'm Tom.
Kimmy here.
Don't be lost. Well,
I can't help
together,
it.
at least we have each other, right?
That's right. We're lost
Yeah,
together.
sure, why not?
Yeah, and our main group, for the most part, they trust each other and they get along-ish. They're like family. We're worried about Jack because he really trusts Juliet and he knows more than he's actually saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have some kind of
He's
secret
not
going on
disclosing
between the
anything
two of
with
them.
Kate, yep.
Yeah, they do. So that's not good. Can we trust Naomi? And she's giving them information that's really conflicting. More than conflicting, but like that they're dead, but they're not.
Right.
Is it a conspiracy? Is it?
You don't exist.
Yeah.
We do exist. We're real. And Sawyer killed Anthony Cooper. He's gone. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
And he's enraged. And, now he feels bad because he was at peace that he wasn't going to do anything. But he had that letter still in his pocket.
Yeah.
And Locke's dad just completely mocked him. And
His dad was an ass.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't he? Right to the end.
And now he has a tape recorder, right?
Uh-huh.
So is he going to rat her out? I'm sure he is.
I think so, absolutely.
And why does Locke really want to... I mean, he's carrying the dead body of his dad back to the others.
He wants acceptance. He just wants to be accepted. He thinks, he is worthy of knowing more about the island.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's doing it for acceptance, or do you think he's doing it to try to be like a double agent again?
I kind of think that too, maybe. Like, he has his own
maybe
mission.
Overthrow Ben's position. Maybe, be the new Ben.
Yeah, because maybe he's more entitled in a way because the island gifted him, like cured him, fixed his legs, did a lot for him and not for Ben. And he was born on the island. So Locke might see it that way, that he was supposed to be in charge. Maybe not yet, but I'm kind of thinking that's where...
So you're saying the island hates Ben, but it loves Locke?
Kind of, yeah. Like he is a chosen one or something.
But I think, on the other hand, Ben has a lot of resources on this island. And I think Ben, if he feels threatened by Locke, he's not going to allow that. I think he'll have something up his sleeve.
He's got a lot of control.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So shall we get into this episode?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're watching on Amazon. 3:20.
Come on. Damn it.
Stop yelling at me.
Something's wrong. I can't.
Oh.
It's a boy.
And this is on the island. And
Now
then
we're going to take him.
Roger, it hurts.
She's gone.
crap. It's gonna be sun. Dang.
And no one stopped?
What?
Portland.
She's bleeding. Okay, look, we'll put her in the car, okay?
Colin Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Stay with me.
Is this Ben?
Stay with me.
If he was born on the island, then why was he in Portland?
What you got there?
He doesn't know.
It's a birthday present. Where's Tom?
Right here.
Tom?
Why is he shocked?
You said that if I killed my father, you'd tell me everything I wanted to know about the island. His name is Jacob. Okay, then.
Oh, I was going to say
Take me,
Jesus.
Jacob. I can't do that.
Most of these people you see, I brought them here. So
I
Jacob
took
talks
them.
to me, John. He tells me what to do.
You are the man behind the curtain. The Wizard of Oz. And you're a liar.
to
And what
prove
might
it.
you base that theory on? If you were telling the truth, your hand wouldn't be shaking.
And they're walking on the dock now.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to the island, man.
Oh, so that was the guy
Yeah.
that saved Ben.
What do you think?
He's doing us a big favor here.
Gave your old man a job.
You don't say much.
That's okay. I
You
bet
don't
he
say
will when he
much.
has something to say, right, Ben?
Welcome to the island.
You never leave.
For your own comfort and safety, to protect us from the island's abundant and diverse wildlife. You are now a member of the Zoological Society.
You're new, huh?
What is this? Work, man?
I'm a
Oh, he's the guy who had the van. He's the one who had a beer with the guys. Oh, this is Miguel.
Pylons were not set to a lethal level.
Oh, okay. Well, at least
Ow,
that wasn't a
but-
weird thing.
His ears are bleeding and everything.
Ben's not going anywhere with you. He and I are going to see Jacob.
Oh, you said that word. Holy crap.
And he's not.
No one's doing anything.
Oh, you gotta show your leadership, huh?
Yeah.
Like a prison.
You're gonna need this.
He's like, what? What are you,
Happy
crazy?
birthday, Dad.
Dad, not dad.
Voila. Now.
Oh, it's Jacob.
This thing really works.
No.
Don't worry, it's just the hostiles.
The hostiles. Oh, the one he torments.
Oh, is that the one? Yeah.
If I'm gonna get shot at, I want hazard pay.
Oh, that's not creepy.
Yeah.
Always watching.
Holy crap.
Thought I told you to go to bed.
Oh, this is Mom.
Well, you're not gonna find her in there. She left with Jack.
Where is he now?
I don't know, sight.
Of course you don't.
Play at the tape.
Make sure it doesn't run out of battery.
Yeah, right?
And we're gonna go see him, and he's not gonna like it. In fact, I have a feeling he's gonna be very angry.
He warned you.
Is it who or what is Jacob?
Nobody says a word.
It's us. That's you and that's me. Now we never have to be away from each other.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Kind of hard to celebrate on the day you killed your mom.
Wow.
You had to come early.
Oh, that's why he treats him like that.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Wow.
Oh, the poor kid. That was
Yeah.
terrible.
It gets so quiet. Ooh.
Come play with us.
Ben, don't!
Don't! Well, we know he doesn't.
She just walks away.
This poor kid.
So he's like late at night.
Yeah.
Some kind of like,
Gunpowder.
what is it? Can you just answer a few
John?
questions?
Quan is pregnant. The fetus is healthy and was conceived on island with her husband.
Listen to the whole thing.
I asked you where you got it.
Oh, see,
I really
it's
think you're in a position to be asking
now it
those
seems
questions.
worse.
Turn the tape over.
Stay out of it.
Juliet, it's Ben. I'm sending 3 teams to extract Quan the night after tomorrow.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I hadn't decided what to do about it
We need more words because we're just gonna get physical.
yet. We got some catching up to do.
Big time.
You think?
Yep. So he's
He's the
fuel
father.
to do what you do, right? Oh, he knows the code. You're just always the quote-unquote guinea pig.
It's like the bunny that lives forever. I doubt it's the same bunny in the
Smart.
present, but
Explodes. From a lucky rabbit's foot.
Oh, but anything can go through it now.
yeah, fences are down.
Mom?
Hello. And you get turned around. And how do you find your way home?
There's Richard?
He looks very different.
What of who?
A hostel.
Yes.
Do
And
you even know what that word means?
I'm looking for my mom.
Think she's out here?
She's dead. I hate it there.
And join us.
Do you know who he's with?
Have to be very, very patient.
Ooh, he actually has a house.
We're here.
We're here.
this place is haunted.
I hope he's the big polar bear. Let's change it
Just
up.
sitting there having tea.
Is Locke like considering killing this guy or something?
He's just being prepared for whatever.
I think he's been thinking about that.
Yes.
So be it.
Jacob,
Clink
Go
clink.
Heimer Schmidt.
with John Locke.
Be his rabbit.
Do you have candles or anything?
This is John.
What?
Aren't you going to say hello, John?
Oh, hello, Jacob. That's not there. Booby trap him.
You,
Kill him.
Jacob.
Oh,
He's sitting right
you're not worthy.
in this chair.
Is he bonkers?
What is this? He made me bring him here. Did you think that was my... May I finish? Crazy.
He's gonna
He is
get
really
you,
bad.
Locke.
About the
This is so weird.
Do you really think there's someone there?
I know there's someone there.
You're just not ready to see it.
I'm sorry you feel that way, John.
Oh, God.
Help me.
Oh, help
Help
me.
me.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't freaking Ben.
And he's there.
Don't put the light on! there.
That's enough. You've had your fun.
Wow.
Crap, see? We saw him.
He wants a second chat.
Here's Johnny.
He's gonna be like the Exorcist. Like, watch something's wrong with him. Did he get stabbed or something?
That was Jacob.
It's Jacob. Don't get.
What did Jacob say to you?
Help me.
Help
Don't
me.
say anything to me.
He's not saying it? You did.
Some of the things I've told everybody are simply not true.
Like what?
You weren't born on
Well,
this
for starters, I wasn't born on this island.
What happened to her?
island. Oh, this is the van.
Okay, wait. It's my birthday.
Have some, I don't know, father and son time.
I'd like that.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, the same song.
Do you really blame me?
What?
Hmm.
Do you really think it's my fault that she died?
Keep looking at your watch.
Because someone's going to kill you at 4 o'clock.
I will do my best to remember your birthday next year.
Too late.
I don't think that's gonna happen, Ted. I've had to put up with you.
Oh.
Doing that required a tremendous amount of patience.
Ah, patience.
Wow. Holy crap. Really?
Wow.
That is so crazy. What?
Oh, maybe patience with Richard. Because he said he hated them all.
Whatever he says goes.
Wow, even that guy that brought him on.
Holy crap.
He does feel bad about that one. Wow. That's him.
Huh.
No, leave him out there.
Huh.
Wow.
Jeez.
Friends forever. Mass grave. Wow. Okay, so
Jeez.
Roger's still in the car.
John.
Wow.
The pile?
That's where I came from.
Huh.
When it became clear that one side had to go, one side had to be purged.
Holy crap, he just shot him!
Ooh.
Holy crap.
You heard him.
Oh, and he never heard him?
Not gonna ask you again.
That's what he said.
Holy
What
crap.
did he say to you?
He said, help me.
Well, I certainly hope he helps you, John.
No freaking way. You can't kill Locke.
Well, maybe the island will fix him.
Just leave him for dead?
He's not dead.
Jeez.
I mean,
Yeah, he was,
better not
he
be
was still
dead.
breathing at that moment, but if no one comes to save him.
Holy crap. I did not think he was just going to outright shoot him.
I thought,
Wow.
I
I thought it was
thought
the
he
other
was
way
going
around.
to try, yeah. I thought he was going to try to, do away with him, put him out in the outskirts. And
Well, yeah, because didn't Locke still have a
booby
gun
trap
with him?
Yeah, Locke had his gun too.
Yes,
He kept like touching
he
or
couldn't
feeling
get
it.
fast. He couldn't get there fast enough. He wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, he didn't even expect that. Wow. I mean, a lot of questions. I was shocked and proud of Locke to really stand up like that and kind of take over. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. But now, like, I was kind of like, is this going to be a bad thing, though? Because Locke goes on his own accord sometimes where we question if it's right or wrong. But him standing up to Ben like that, I was kind of like, okay, well, maybe this will be a good thing for him to take this group over. And he actually heard Jacob, so he might be more in favor. Like, the island actually favors Locke, it seems anyways. So if he is one with the island and he's saying, help me, does Ben actually have control over him? Like, what's going on there?
Well, he was surprised that Locke heard him say something, but Ben was also, Locke thought he was pretending to talk, converse with Jacob, but he looks very shocked that Jacob would say something to him. So maybe that's why he does feel threatened, is because he spoke to you as well. Wow, that's, I have to eliminate you because that can't happen. He only talks to me.
Yeah. And you know what's weird too? Because he was having an argument, like a dispute a little
Yeah.
bit with Jacob. And I'm like, okay, so he is hearing him. But then when he talked to Locke, it almost sounded like he's never actually heard his voice. So it kind of like weirded me out there too. And I'm like, well, how can that happen? So it just has to be that Ben only can hear him. But he didn't hear that communication between Locke and Jacob. So he only has like a, one track for each person or something. Like...
Yeah,
It's
or maybe
strange.
he just knew that Locke's face changed when he thought, that was the moment when Jacob would say something to him. I don't know, but it clearly he definitely felt threatened by Locke, and he was going to do away with him. And look at the history he had with Richard. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him now knowing, he wouldn't mind, just snuffing out the entire Dharma initiative to start his own, community.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, because Richard was the original native community there, it seems like. So,
and he's not the hostiles. Who's the hostiles? We didn't meet them yet, did we?
I think that might be them, right? I I think that's them.
Right.
Yeah,
it's got to be, because
they
Richard
just killed.
didn't.
I mean, the hostiles. They just killed everyone
They
there.
did.
So
Yeah, and when he went through into the jungle by himself to look for his mom, Richard seemed calm then. Like, oh, are you sure you want to do this? But it's true that they are the hostiles. They are the others.
And when he asked that question, Ben also asked that to Locke at the house.
Yes.
So it seems like Jacob's probably been around for a while. I mean, he's a ghost or something. You can't see him. Like, that's really freaking weird. It could be a lab experiment. Who knows? But I really think it's a spiritual thing. And so he's been around and probably telling Richard and stuff like, oh, people come out like, and they're seeking something, that they have some other kind of spiritual connection with the island. So Richard seemed kind of like, oh, like surprised but intrigued why little Ben was there, and realized that maybe the island was choosing him to come out of that group, of the Dharma group, and that's why he was also selected. He chose, but he was also chosen, I think, by the island. And him helping the natives, now they took out the outside threat, I guess, or just the outsiders, and he's one of them now. Like, they killed everyone there.
So do you think Jacob is considering Locke as like an equal to Ben, and that's why Ben is so, shook up by it?
I think so.
I think so.
And
I think that Richard knew how Ben was born. He knew all that right off the start. And it's ironic that the Dharma people, collect him and his dad. I mean, it was perfect timing how, she was having an issue right when the baby was born. And these Dharma people just happened to come across them and help them and give them a job and come with us. I think that was very ironic as well. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the same thing they did with Juliet.
Yes.
They kind of planned everything, and then all of a sudden,
very strategically planned. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy she was with got hit by a bus, and it was kind of the same situation, different scenario, but kind of the same situation.
Just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
Coincidences of things happening. So
this has been going on for quite a while then.
Because we know that Richard's been off the island. He was at Portland, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, so he just has a lot of control.
And he looked kind of like the same age. He looked a little younger because his hair was longer in the beginning, but it looks like, he doesn't age. It must be all that.
Sometimes they try to make him look younger, but I thought the same thing. Like, everything here looked the same.
Yeah.
They just gave him the crazy hair and stuff.
He doesn't look like he aged much now. I mean, he still looks good, but could be that good island air.
Yeah, probably.
That sweet, salty air.
That's right.
It's crazy to kill your own father. I mean, like, I know his father was nasty. I feel bad for Ben's childhood. Like, that was awful.
That was terrible. He blamed Ben for his wife's death.
Do you think Ben killing his father is the same thing as having Locke kill his father?
Maybe.
Like the same test, maybe?
It's a parallel.
I'm wondering if maybe Ben is thinking that Locke might be one step higher than him.
Maybe. I mean, what is what does the island want? Does it really want you to kill
Well, I
your
mean-
father? And Ben actually did it, and Locke did
You
not.
can interpret
so
things differently too.
Well, see, Ben might feel threatened by Locke. That's why he shot him for, because, Locke got healed by the islands. Ben did not.
yeah.
But they went through the same type of test, like killing his father and stuff like that.
Yeah. And Richard even asked Ben, he goes, do you want to bring your father back here? And he said, no, leave him out there. And here Ben told Locke, you have to bring him back. So maybe that's the better thing to do to prove yourself. Maybe something else happened where he learned, like, oh yeah, you have to bring him back or something. I don't know. Maybe that's like a parallel too. Because he left his father out there.
Yeah, they're similar but different. Yeah, it's like Ben's making it different than what happened to him. So something's weird's going on there.
Yeah, and Ben, at a very young age, every time it was his birthday, his father would never say happy birthday.
He would always forget.
Was always forgetting, but he was overpowered by the loss of his wife every year, and he'd get drunk every year. Who knows if he was just a drunk anyway, but he would definitely get very drunk on his birthdays. Yeah,
that is so abusive. I mean, that's terrible. He lost his wife in childbirth. It really is. But to blame someone who's not at fault,
blame the child.
There's no way he could control
But
that.
I mean, if you're that far along in a pregnancy, would you really be going for a long hike like that?
7 months.
7 months isn't too bad, but still,
it was really early.
You should have some provisions. I mean, anything could happen.
I mean, it seemed like it was the time before cell phones. I mean, they probably didn't have one. But
you should have.
But even then, who knows? Like, it might take a while. If she was in pain, like constant, like right after she gave birth. But yeah, I mean, it's a very sad situation. But to blame your child for it and to constantly tell him that, he was just abusive all the way through his life. It was just so sad.
And Ben heard the whispers, just like everybody else on the island. Our group, he heard the whispers. So
yeah,
I mean, there's definitely something magical about this, or mystical about this island.
Mystical.
And it's not the others doing it. It's the island.
Yeah, so it makes me wonder that these natives, maybe the island is like a purgatory. I keep going there, but maybe it is. And it's like that gateway going to heaven or hell, and the real world can access it, maybe in the Bermuda Triangle or something. And that's why you have this lab. And when you get close to the gate, you hear the whispers, because they talk about these hostels, and I'm assuming that they are the natives, but there's other creatures out there and stuff. We saw the polar bears. Yes, there was a zoo there, but what other forces we have? Again, I'm going to call him the smoke monster going around. And
do you think Jacob could be the smoke monster in his true form?
I kind of wonder. I was actually going to talk about that too, because he's invisible. You can't see him. He doesn't like light, but we don't know anything about that with the smoke monster.
And we've seen the smoke monster come out at light. I mean, he killed Echo.
But he's visible in the light. So I mean, maybe if he feels like he's needed, like
or he could be
if he has to, like an opposite, or like he has to prove something or have something proven.
Yeah. And maybe
because he went after Locke.
Yeah. And Juliet with the gate, we know the smoke monster can't go past the gate, right? So that's what that's for. Yeah, the fence, sorry. So we know that's why that's there for the most part. I mean, it keeps all kinds of bad things out or in. So I feel like it's a spiritual island that alive humans are not supposed to be able to access, and if you choose to be part of the islands, like you go beyond maybe, and now you're like connected to it and you can't go back to the real world. Maybe that's why he can't leave, Yeah,
I mean, maybe if the island does something for you, you're kind of stuck there. That's why Locke can't leave either. And same with Rose,
right? Right, because of her cancer, she's
right. So I feel, and she knows that she's like, I can't leave because this place is keeping me alive.
I actually miss her. We haven't seen her in forever.
I really miss her and Bernard.
Yeah, all these people just like disappeared.
They're always spatting.
Yeah,
they'll be back.
Love. Yeah, hopefully they'll be back.
Do you think Locke is dead or dying?
It definitely looks like it, but I was quite shocked to see that. I just thought he was untouchable because anything could happen to anyone I know, but I thought he would be a main character all the way through. So I'm going to say it looks really bad for him, but I think he will come back.
I think he'll be
something
back
will
too.
happen.
I think he will be
Fix
too.
him.
Somehow he'll be back.
I think
Maybe
the island
Richard.
wants to keep him alive. It's going to make sure he stays alive.
Maybe Jacob will help him.
I know, so I'm kind of wondering
Invisible
too.
Jacob.
So Ben, like a normal bad guy, right? He'll
He's
monologue
a
or
bad
something
guy.
and walk away
He's the devil.
and not watch him die.
And
So
Jacob
those-
is the angel. Jacob is the good guy.
I don't know. I know it's kind of creepy.
I don't
Like, I
know.
can't judge a book by its cover, but he might be. I don't know. And it was interesting when they walked by, when they were walking to Jacob's house, that there was like ash or something. There was some kind of bluish gray sand.
I didn't know if it was gunpowder.
As a border around there.
Yeah, like a...
Yeah, because
kind of
Locke was like
spiritual thing.
sniffing it, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Ben
so-
actually hesitated walking across it. Like, he's like, okay, once you breach this, you have to keep moving forward or something. It was weird. Like, he was kind of nervous about doing
didn't
that.
like
There's
technology.
no going back. So I
Yeah.
don't think Locke is going to die. It looked
I don't
really
think
bad.
so. I
but
think he's too important.
Yeah, and here the island already saved him a couple times. I mean, gave him a miracle of walking again. That's huge. So,
And if he goes back, if he is alive and goes back to that camp and tells them, at the very least, hey, you know what? Ben wasn't born here. Ben wasn't born on the island. He's no...
Ben
more-
shot me, and he wasn't born here.
Right.
yeah.
Right. And all these people that they have now in their community, he just kidnapped. You know, even his daughter. That's not his daughter. You know, he didn't have... You know what I mean? So he just gobbled up all these people, and now they're, you know, just making them feel like they are part of this community, and you pretty much can't leave if you do.
I like when his daughter gives Locke the gun and goes, "Happy birthday, Dad."
I know. Yeah, it was
So
crazy.
you know it's not... you
That's
know,
a big
it's
FU,
good,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
That's
it was.
right.
And I want to rewind and say the workman thing. Like, I know you caught on right away. I was so slow with that.
The
Sorry,
van.
guys,
That was
but-
a great episode with the van and the guys.
Yeah, I love all these subtle connections, and that was a good episode. I like them getting together and actually work because they're such
That was
oddballs
one of
together.
the really fun episodes. I mean, like, you just didn't feel like... you
Dreadful.
know, yeah, like something was horribly going to happen.
Yeah, and everyone working together and actually having fun. That was a
Yeah.
good one. And to see that connection, that, what was the skeleton's name? Roger. Right?
Workman.
Yeah, because
What was
it's
the
sad too.
skeleton's
So, how funny is that that was actually him? I mean,
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
Ben's
more people connect
dad.
it right away, but
Man.
yeah, I mean, that was pretty crazy to see that. And going to Juliet now, I mean, she's like turned the tape over, and they heard Ben's plan, so it's almost like, okay, well, I'm on your side. Which, again, we know that Ben's controlling her and she hates him.
Yeah, but she did tell Jack, and now she's openly telling them, you know, even just saying flip the tape over and listen to that part.
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, but she's, you know, facilitating like, hey, we're going to ambush them. We're going to do something against them.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
still have
yeah,
to
we'll mark
do
those
things for 'em.
tents, and then when they go in the tents, we can capture them.
I know, so they're going to sabotage it now. So I know Juliet does want to be part of them. She can't stand Ben, and she doesn't want to, whatever they're doing to these pregnant people.
They could dress Jin up as son in a dress, put him in a dress or something, and so when they come take her, they'll take him instead.
Well, that's not funny because obviously overpower him, although he is pretty epic. We don't want to lose Jen either, but I mean, it's going to be funny. Yeah, so we'll find out. I mean, it is good for Juliet and for Jack to... It kind of scared me at first because it's just for those intense moments. But for them just to pause so dramatically in between things and not actually explain with words, like, you're setting yourself up to have a fight right now. Because the fact that he's like... I forget exactly how he said it, but with Juliet saying a couple things, and then Saeed and Sawyer, and then Jack's like... He'll say a couple words and then just look at them like challenging them. And I'm like, well, just explain
I didn't
yourself
think about
more.
it yet. Well, when were you going to think about the plan?
Yeah,
I mean,
something
it's going
like
to be
that,
tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah.
we should all be collaborators. So now they're going to start talking.
Because words are
And he goes,
everything.
well, I guess we have a lot of,
Yeah,
catching up to do.
we know from previous episodes that communication is one thing that they severely lack in this island
Yeah.
on both sides.
Yeah, and it's bad. I mean, just be like, I haven't decided yet because blah, blah, blah. Like, just explain yourself a little bit more instead of just, like, take that as a challenge. What are you going to say back? Because that's kind of how I took it. Like, just both poking each
I
other.
was thinking about it, but, I'm not going to include you on this, but...
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
If they all just like sat down and talked, you know, and been like, "Hey, okay," and then Jack just tells.
Yeah, but then the series would be over in
him,
like 2 seasons.
Yeah, and it's from dramatic effect and everything. But yeah, so we'll see what happens, and it looks like we're gonna have a huge fight on our hands soon, especially at the end, getting towards the end of the season now.
Oh
so
right, yeah, it's gonna. Be...
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. You can check out our links below if you want to see the next episode already. And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Like us.